Sterling Holmes with Fansided and Stacking the Box, joined now by two-time college football champion and 2024 NFL draft prospect, Ladd McConkey. Ladd, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to hear. I want to first shout out Six Star Pro Nutrition and Kellogg's as they introduce Six Star 100% Whey Protein Plus Ready to Drink RTD and Kellogg's Fruit Loops cereal flavor, which just launched this April. This on-the-go protein shake will be available exclusively at Sam's Club locations throughout the United States. Ladd, tell me more about this.
That was a good intro. I like that. But yeah, partnering with them with the new 6 Star protein shake, it's been essential for me in this draft process, helping me strength, endurance, recovery. The flavors are awesome with the Fruit Loops, so it kind of throws me back to my childhood a little bit. But yeah, no, it's been great. They made it easy. It's coming out in Sam's Club in a few weeks or how long. So I kind of got a little sneak peek, a little first taste test. So it's good. So y'all go
Love
try
that.
it.
I know I'm going to be trying that, but I want to say there's an elephant in the room here because I'm a Mizzou alum. So I just have to say thank you for destroying all my hopes and dreams last year. Thought the Tigers were going to get it done, and then of course you go for what 7-95, just crushing me, Ladd.
Yeah, it was a good game though. Even like last year, y'all always played us well. So I respect Missouri for sure.
I do want to point out when you were playing with a team that has elite expectations like Georgia, how do
Yeah.
you feel that translates to a team in the NFL, right? Where in college, sometimes, I'm not saying you particularly, but some guys are me first guys. When you get to the NFL, it's all team first. But you have that expectations already in college. How do you think that translates?
Yeah, I mean, at Georgia, I feel like we, kind of developed that, championship DNA. We want to go out there and win. We want to get the job done. We're going, whatever we do, we're going to put our best foot forward. So I feel like at Georgia, they develop us, and it will definitely translate in kind of every way possible to the NFL. So Coach Smart had us ready along with all the other coaches. So hopefully, I can bring some of that with me to whatever team I end up with.
I know you had a very nice 44.39 blazing out there. Combine as a whole went very well for you. Was it what you expected? How do you train for something like that? Because obviously in a game, you're rocking pads. You're not out there in shorts and a t-shirt trying to
Yeah.
go 40 yards in a straight line. How did you try and train for that?
Yeah, so I was actually training in Exos in Pensacola. So it was, kind of completely different training than I've been used to. Like when you want to do a set or whatever you're doing, then let your body recover. At Georgia, we're like, all right, let's line up. Like we're getting the best shape possible. Like we're doing all this, grinding, doing that. But it was different. But I liked it. They did a great job down there, and I was happy with my results.
I'm sure the interview process for you has also been underway. Have you
Yeah.
had any weird questions so far?
Someone asked me that, and I was fully as prepared as I could be, I guess, to get some crazy questions because that's what everyone has said. But I haven't had anything too out of the ordinary. So I was kind of upset. I was like, dang, I was ready for some.
You were waiting. You had them all written
Yeah,
down. They're like,
yeah,
I
yeah. I
have it
was
planned. Got it
ready for
planned.
ready for some.
When you're talking to these different teams, how have they been viewing you? Is it pretty one versus one, like, hey, you'll be doing this, you'll be doing that, or are a lot of them coming to you saying, hey, we view you as a slot, we view you as moving all over the field? What have those conversations been like?
Yeah, most of the teams have really said that they see me as a guy that can kind of move around. They're like, at first I feel like my label was I'm gonna be a slot receiver, but now teams like talking to me, see me run routes, and going back and watch my film, and like really understanding I played more outside than I did inside at Georgia. I feel like they kind of are starting to see that it's going to be able to translate both ways at the next level as well.
Yeah, I know. I know that again as a Mizzou fan. I know you can play outside very, very well. Again, going back to that route running prowess that you have, how do you work on something like that? Obviously, there's the athleticism side, but also the mental side of trying to manipulate it. Because it's great when you run a 4.39, but just liken it to, let's say, for example, Travis Kelce in the NFL. Dude's not the fastest guy, but the way he shakes, the way he's able to create separation, manipulating the guys on him. How do you view that breakdown of getting better and improving your route running?
Yeah, and it's kind of I feel like it's a lot about understanding leverage. You don't got to run full speed, every single route. You can kind of tempo it down and do stuff in between routes. So, but it all just comes with reps. I think at the end of the day, it's like whether that's, in practice working on something or, before or after practice, just getting some reps in. So it's really good to run full speed reps, but in full routes, but you don't always have to do that. You can work on your craft and work on top of routes, releases. And then when it's time to put it all together, that's when you go out and do that.
Do you like outside more than slot, or where do you prefer? Do you even have a preference?
I don't care. Shoot, wherever I get the ball, that's where I want to be.
I know you had 21 punt returns at Georgia your first 2 years, but your final year, no punt returns. Was that a Georgia choice? Was that a you saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get more involved just offensively. I don't want to take some stamina,
Yeah.
some of that away"? Would you do punt returns in the NFL? Where do you view this here?
Yeah. No, with the stamina thing and stuff in my life, put me out there. That's another opportunity to get the ball in my hands. So no, but I'd really, the reason I didn't do it is I missed those first 4 games. We had a kid that was doing it, and he did it good. Like, he had a touchdown. So they just let him roll with it, and shoot, I supported him through that. But that is definitely something I want to do at the next level. Having conversations with coaches, caught some punts in my pro day as well. So
Nice.
yep.
I saw you grew up a fan of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah.
You grew up in Georgia. One, why were you a Volunteers fan? And two, why did you choose Georgia over Tennessee?
Yeah. So just like my family, we were huge Tennessee fans. My grandfather, my dad, brother. That's just kind of how it was. We grew up Tennessee fans. But yeah, the reason I went to Georgia is I didn't get an offer from Tennessee. So I can't say that, I wouldn't have been there if they would have offered me, but it all worked out just how it was supposed to.
Was there a little something extra when you played Tennessee? A little bit of, come on now. Come on
Yeah, I
now.
mean, a little bit. Yeah, you're like, it's just like I grew up watching them. Like, so yeah, a little bit. I don't know what it was, but there was something.
What do you say to folks who might have some pushback? I've seen some of this and just the national media of, Ladd McConkey, great route runner. We know what he can do, but we've not necessarily seen the production at the college level. Obviously, there's some guys who are going for, over 1,000 yards receiving. They're the focal points of the offense. I get how Georgia's offense is run. What pushback do you say to those people?
Well, if you look at our roster, honestly, like, if you look, I got Brock Bowers, I got Raw Thomas, I got Dom Lovett, I got Marcus Roseman, I got Kendall Milton, Dejon Edwards. Like, we have guys that got to get the ball. So that's just the way it is. Like, we shared it. We weren't really like a pass only, run only. We shared the ball around. And in this past year, like, if you really look at the games I played and the games I was out there, I put up the numbers. Just got unfortunate injuries kind of held me back some this year. So I feel like I was set up for a big year this year. Just didn't happen the way I wanted it to.
What is something that people listening might not know about Ladd McConkey? Can be on the field, off the field. What's something that folks might not know about you?
I can play some ping pong. Yeah, come play me in ping pong.
Oh man, I'll take that challenge. Okay,
right. Hey, we'll do it.
I'll take you in that challenge. I'm going to say something here. You won back-to-back titles at Georgia. The Chiefs have won back-to-back Super Bowls. They're in the market for a wide receiver. Yep. They're sitting there a little bit where your draft stock's at. Have you thought about Kansas City much? And have you talked with the Chiefs at all?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. They're, a great organization. Won, Super Bowls back-to-back. Like, great quarterback, great coaches, great team. So nothing but great things to say about them. I've met with them a little bit at the Senior Bowl. So we'll see what comes out of it.
I'm just saying, again, I'm here in Kansas City. We got a lot of Ladd McConkey to Kansas City. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that one out there. Before I let you go here, what is a team getting when they draft you? What's a team getting in totality when they draft Ladd McConkey?
Yeah, I think they're getting a guy, that's bringing in, like you said, a championship DNA. I know how to win. I feel like I've done it at the college level. A guy that can, come in and contribute day one. So whatever you need me to do, I feel like I can get the job done.
And I want to give a big shout out yet again to 6-Star Pro Nutrition and Kellogg's. Again, the RTD, that's ready to drink whey protein plus Kellogg's Fruit Loops cereal flavor. Again, Ladd, I'm getting that. My fiance last night was giving me a hard time. I was drinking this chocolate protein shake and she's like, "What is that smell? That is atrocious." It was the protein shake. So I know I'm already switching to this Kellogg's one right here.
Get it.
Again, two-time champion right there in college with Georgia. 2024 NFL Draft prospect Ladd McConkey. Ladd, really appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.